Hey, I need you to be really honest with me. Is your first serve really helping your game or is it hurting your game? Are you going out trying to hit this big serve and all you do is hit a lot of second serves to get your butt kicked? Well, if it is, you need to keep watching this video. Or if you can't answer that question, keep watching this video because I'm going to help you out. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what the heck? So is your serve helping you, first serve helping you, or is it not? So many people have the idea that, you know what, I'm gonna go out and hit this big, ginormous first serve, and what happens is they wind up hitting a lot of second serves, and their opponent's just like, hey, this is awesome, keep missing those first serves, I love this, I can do this all day. Well, the reason why it's so important not just to always try to go out and hit first serves is because if your first serve percentage drops so low that you're only hitting second serves, you're really just hurting yourself so bad because your opponent gets to see the absolute shortest ball on the first strike of the point, okay? Meaning that your second serve, unless you have a great second serve, it's probably just gonna be in the middle of the court. Not only that, let's say I see you out there. You're the type of player that goes, Kevin, I have a great second serve. Well, be honest. Can you, let's say, on a break point, or be a break point down and go out wide on the due side on your second serve? Can you hit all your spots in your second serve? There's very few players that can really do that unless you're spending a lot of time. But everyone else, guess what? There's a different mindset when you're hitting a first serve versus a second serve as a returner, okay? So if I'm returning a first serve, what do I know? Well, they can go big, they can go wide, they can go tee, they can go body, they can go slice, they can go kick, they can go hard to the body. What else? I mean, they can do whatever. You just don't know. So by the returner having to focus on all those things, they're kind of frozen a little bit because they don't know what you're going to do. But the moment you miss that first serve, guess what? Their brain goes, okay, they're not going to go big unless they want a double fault. They're probably not going to go to my forehand if it's a good shot, or they're probably just going to get it in, which most people do. They just get it in. So it limits the amount of things that your returner has to think about. So guess what? They start focusing on those things. I bet they're going to get in on my backhand side, maybe. What most people do. So I'm going to scoot over a little bit and get ready to hit a forehand. Well, you don't want that. So what's the solution to that? Well, I think the solution is treat your first serve like your first ground stroke, okay, in the rally. Treat your first serve like your first ground stroke in the rally. For instance, if I'm sitting here and I'm hitting a forehand, well, would I hit my first forehand in the middle of the court short? Not if I don't want to run or if I really don't want to win the point. What I'm going to try to do is get my opponent off the court. I don't have to do this with a great shot, but I can take my same forehand and hit, let's say, an angle and have it take my opponent off the court. Well, think of your first serve that way. Instead of trying to blast this first serve, think of when I do serve, I'm using it as my first stroke to get my opponent off the court, which now sets me up to do something different, okay? The moment you start thinking about your serve as your first stroke, you're not trying to kill that first stroke because you only get one of them, so you got to make the most out of it. Also, you start thinking a little bit deeper into the point when you're thinking about a stroke. With a serve, you're like, maybe they'll come back, maybe they won't, you know. But if you hit a forehand, well, and you know it's not going to be a winner, what are you going to do? You're going to start anticipating, what do I need to do next? And it sets you up to start putting 1-2 punches together. You know, serve plus ones, meaning I serve out wide. Ball comes, let's say, on this side of the court. I use my backhand or my forehand to go open court or go back behind my opponent. This is a much better setup for you to win more points consistently. And then once you're doing this with your serve, guess what? Every once in a while you can sprinkle in the big bomb and catch them off guard. By doing this, not only do you have a higher first serve percentage, you set yourself up for easier ground strokes, you keep your returner guessing, and then you throw in a big one, well, guess what? You start winning your service games a lot easier than having to survive off your second serve. So go out and do this. Don't try it. Do it, because it's going to really take your game to the next level, at least your service game, okay? This is Kevin Garlington from TotalTennisDomination.com. If you like this video, give me a like below. If you have any questions or comments, leave that below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get more free videos to help you with your tennis game, okay? Go out and play tough.